Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And let there be rejoicing. The world's most obnoxious and useless MP, Ian Blackford, is resigning. He is not going to contend the next election. He's leaving Parliament, presumably to spend more time with his pies. This is a man who wasted no opportunity in asking the correct questions and instead always launched a tirade about Scotland's independence. And it didn't matter what they were talking about, it always came down to independence from Scotland. You could be talking about single mother payments in the Vale of Glamorgan, but it was always about Scottish independence to him. You could be talking about the threat from Russian submarines off the coast of Cornwall, but then he'd drag it back to Scottish independence. It was a man who was obsessed with one thing. Well, two things. Scottish independence and Greggs. Well, he's going, and no one will mourn. No one will say anything, and I suspect even the likes of Beryl Flynn, the current Scottish leader of the SNP in Westminster, will shed no tears. We'll have a look, see what's happening as we wish him a not so fond farewell. Here goes. Ian Blackford to resign from Westminster at the next general election. Yeah, he's doing this, I'm retiring. It could also be the fact that he's seen the polls and know that he's probably not going to get elected. He doesn't want to have the ignominy of losing his seat. So he's going under his own terms. And of course I've heard that they're opening up a Greggs just a few minutes from his house. So there's no need to travel all the way to London to enjoy his favourite pie. So the former SNP Westminster leader has confirmed his upcoming exit after hinting that he was considering retiring from the party. And nobody will miss him. Blackford is to step down in his role as MP for the SNP following strong hints that retirement from the UK Parliament was on the card. His statement comes ahead of the general election candidate selection process. Blackford, 62. He's only 62, but I suppose, you know, all that pie running through his veins doesn't help, does it? Didn't allude as to why he is standing, but said, although I will not be standing for Westminster Parliament at the next election, I look forward to playing my part in the continuing campaign for Scottish independence and supporting our First Minister and the SNP as we go forward to the next election and beyond. To infinity and beyond. He's like, you know, some kind of Highland Buzz Lightyear then, is he? Good God help us. Anyway. The Ross, Skye and Lochaber representative has been at Westminster since 2015. He said his role as the local MP for this vast and cherished Highland and Island area has always been my priority. It's not always been your priority. Scottish independence is your priority. Serving your constituents is way down that list. He said, I was also honoured to lead the SNP Westminster group for more than 5 years, between 2017 and 2022, until people got totally sickened of me and I was forced to stand down, he didn't say. Beryl Flynn, the current SNP Westminster leader, who hasn't always been on good terms with Mr Blackford, said, I would like to put on record my thanks to Ian Blackford for the massive role he has played in making the SNP the formidable force it is in Scottish and UK politics. He said he had... Now, that is hardly a massive ringing endorsement, isn't it? Thanks for doing some work, Ian. That's his legacy, is it? When you got someone just saying thanks. Not, it's been a delight to work with my wonderful colleague and friend or anything like that. No, it's, yeah, thanks, bye. That's as good as he's getting. He said he'd thought long and hard about the decision and he was privileged and humbled that people across his home constituency have put their trust in me at 3 elections. Not much of a choice, really, is there, though? His exit follows polling prediction of a bloodbath for the SNP at the hands of Labour, with the Lib Dems expected to be serious competition within Mr Blackford's region. Yeah, as I say, the polling is he's going to lose his seat anyway, so he's going now, jumping before he's pushed, as it were. That said, EasyJet have now found that they've got an extra 10 seats on a Monday and a Friday for anyone who's looking to maybe fly up from London to the Highlands, because obviously Ian Blackford's not sitting at the back of the plane oozing out and taking all that big chunk of real estate at the back of the plane there, which they only always put them at the back for a bit of ballast. It helps them take off when you've got the weight at the back. Anyway, responding to statements that he was debating a step down, Liberal Democrat MP Christine Jardine, the Scottish Affairs spokesperson, said, While the Lib Dems would relish taking a seat off a former SNP Westminster leader, I can easily see why Ian Blackford might prefer to cut and run. Everyone can see the Nationalists have run out of steam, run out of ideas, run out of hope. They've run out of everything. Except the belief. They seriously still believe that they're going to win. Oh, we can soon change that, can't we? And there he is, off to spend more time, like I say, with his collection of sausage rolls, pies and other, Greg's delights. God almighty, what a useless man he truly was. And quite obnoxious too. Anyway, I shall round off there and come up. Well, it is a bit of a fevered dream, and you can see why, probably the Lib Dems in his seat up in the Highland and Island area there. But any other political party will be relishing the next election because they know they've got the SNP on the run. People have found them out. This is the thing. For years, they've had this spin that they can do this and they're great at that and nothing ever goes wrong. And of course now, just about everything is going wrong, and it's seen to go wrong. People have seen through this lie. The curtain has been pulled back, put it that way, and they can see also that at the moment it isn't the SNP that's running Scotland; it's the Greens. Every policy that comes out seems to be from the Greens. The Greens seem to be the pushing of these ideas. Now the ideas themselves are terrible, but it's the Greens that are pushing these ideas. The SNP aren't coming up with any good ideas. They never have come up with good ideas, but they're not coming up with any ideas now. It's utterly reliant on those weird ones from the Green Party. And of course, he knows this. He's seen the polls. He's seen everything that's coming. He knows he's out. He knows a lot of his colleagues will be out, both at Westminster and up in Holyrood. And so he's making that magnanimous is the word I was looking there. That magnanimous decision to go now for the good of the party, to give the younger man the chance to. What a load of old tripe. It's like anything with him. You can't believe a word comes out of his big fat face, can you? Anyway, I shall leave it there. We shall rejoice, as I say. He'll be gone. He won't be missed, and there'll be there won't. I was going to say there'll be someone else sitting in that seat. Well, there will be someone else, but it won't be another SNP. Whoever it is, there'll be a different party. Anyway, if you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and definitely leave a like. That's the one that helps us in the algorithm. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, keep watching here because he won't be the last to go, I suspect. And goodbye.